Hi crafters, this is Amy. I am working on a centerpiece for a baby shower that we're doing for a gal that I work with. We are going out for an office get-together next Tuesday, but it's actually her baby shower. So what I have been putting together are these little boxes. And when I started putting these together, I'm doing them with the Martha Stewart scoreboard. And when I first started putting them together, I was like not really remembering how to do it. So I thought I would do this again and show you what I'm doing. What this is going to be is, I can see them all. Anyway, I'm going to put letters on here, and it's going to be baby here, and then these will just be on each side. And then what I'm going to do to weight them down is, she loves Skittles, and so I'm going to put a pack of Skittles in each of the boxes, and that'll weight it down. And I'm also going to do another stand-up centerpiece thing, and I'll show you that when I get to it. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. So what I just wanted to show you here is how I put these boxes together using this scoreboard by Martha Stewart. Now the papers that I have here, they do not know what they're having, boy or girl. So what I picked was this, yellow and light greens and a little bit of lavender in this paper. And these are all from the rustic classic, no, what is it? The rustic stack, die cuts with a view. Glossy glitter. So all of the papers are from there. And what I need to make yet are the insides for these boxes. I have the one white one here, but I'm not going to do it in white. And so this one is going to have this for the inside box, and then these I'm going to put that for the inside box. But I also wanted to show how to do the top of the box, and I have these other two pieces of paper. I'm going to make one more box, and both are going to be the same. So first of all, with the Martha Stewart scoreboard, the bone folder is in here, and also inside here are the size papers, I don't know if you can see that, that you need to make your particular items. On this side has all of the measurements to make your different size cards, what size paper you need, where you need to score it, and what sizes you're going to end up with. And then over here is the boxes. And I think, does this has, yeah, it has your standard card sizes, your folded cards, oh, they're just bigger sizes here and here. And this is a gatefold card, and with those sizes. And then all the different size boxes. So, also for the boxes, there's an asterisk. And all of the boxes have that asterisk. And it says, shift left side of paper to line up with the triangle mark. And here is that triangle mark. So you need to line up your paper with this triangle, which just pulls it out about a 1/16 of an inch. This has 18th inch marks, but it pulls it about a 1/16 of an inch out, and it makes it so that your top, even though you're starting with the same size paper, your top is just a little bit bigger, so it actually fits over the bottom. So that was the part that took me a little bit to remember. I almost went back and watched my own video until I figured it out. So this will be my bottom, and so this will end up being a 2x2 box. I am starting with a 6x6 piece of paper. This is a cardstock. You can make it with just paper, thinner paper, but it's pretty flimsy and it can work for certain things, but that wasn't going to work for this. So for the bottom of the box, it says to score at 2 inches and 4 inches going both ways. So I will score this at 2, and because this is thicker cardstock and it has glitter on it, I do go over it twice. With regular paper, you wouldn't have to do that. Then you just give it a turn. With this, it really doesn't matter which way you turn it. Sometimes it does. Okay. So that is the bottom. And I think because they're the same size, I'm just going to put a little B with a pencil, and then I can erase that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now for the top, it says to score at 2 inches and 4 1/8. Now if you did it just at 2 and 4 1/8, it's not going to fit inside or over the top of the bottom. It's just not enough room. So then you pull it out. Here's that triangle, and you pull that out and line that up, and then you score at 2 and 4 1/8. So it makes it actually just a little bit bigger than that. Then this again, doesn't matter which way you turn your paper again. Pull it out, lining it up with the triangle. Oop, 2 inches, kind of skip there, and 4 1/8. Okay. So then what I do is I just go ahead and I fold all the creases. Now you can also do this using your bone folder, but I found that this paper is folding really nice with my double scoring. Okay, so I folded it all the ways, and we'll do the bottom piece and fold it. Okay, now we need to do just a little bit of cutting. There's different ways to do this. I like to cut it. Some people will cut these 2 lines over here and here, and then be able to fold the box. I like to cut 1 on each side going around. So I cut now, and then, you know, when you're thinking about this, this piece here on the inside of where I'm cutting is going to be the outside. What you're going to see is going to be this outside edge there. So I'm going to cut just up to that first fold. Then you turn, quarter turn, cut up to that first fold, turn. Oop, can't really see it too well. And turn once more for the last edge. You can always fix them, but okay. Now, this is the bottom. So I leave the bottom with the full flaps. That way there's a double flap on each side of the box, and I think it just makes it a little more even. Otherwise you have 3 layers on each side there and only 1 layer on these 2 sides, so that's why I like to cut it that way. So that's the bottom, and I'll just cut it like that. Now for the top, I do it a little different. You can see inside here, I don't know if you can see. You can see I cut that off on an angle. I did that just to make it even a less bulky inside, because it is a pretty tight fit sometimes on those. So I cut this the same way as I do the bottom, except I cut off that corner there. So now I'll do my quarter turn, trim up to the fold, and cut the bulk out, turn it, fold, and turn. That one I kind of cut. And cut that. Okay. Now, when I tape these, because I am gluing this ribbon around the bottom here, I don't worry too much about getting a lot of tape or glue to hold that together, because the ribbon will actually hold it together more. So for this top piece, I put tape. Now, right, it's gonna close up like that, and it'll do the same thing all the way around. So So I get tape right along this edge, and I get tape down here to hold this flap down on the inside. So I get tape on that edge and then a little bit on there. Okay. Then when I fold it, I just make sure I get a nice corner there, because the inside really doesn't matter, and if it doesn't line up on the bottom, you can always trim that. And also I'm putting ribbon around it, so then I just work my way around the box, just concentrating mostly on getting a nice corner. And then the last one you just tuck in there. And then I will go around on the inside. You can take the bone folder and do this as well. On the bigger ones I do, but this is so small. And yeah, that lined up pretty good. I don't even need to trim it. So that is the top piece. And for the bottom, I'm going to put it together the same way. I'm going to probably do it this way. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to put here's that outside edge where we're going to line up on the outside edge here, and this is on the inside. And one more. Oop. Did I tear it? I tore it. Well, I can tape that. Alright. Let me just get a little piece of tape here. I tore that a little bit. And we'll just put that there. And that will be fine. Okay, so again, I'll just I worry more about getting a nice corner here than, you know, how it is on the inside. Okay. So, and again, if these are off too much, you know, uneven on the top, like here, this one is a little bit off, then I trim it. That's why, you know, I worry more about this edge, because otherwise you end up trimming that, and then that starts looking not so good. So that's pretty good. And then this one too, I can feel I have a little bit of that tape, and because I'm just using the ATG, you can either take your finger or an eraser and get that off. Again, if you're, this inside will stay, because it's the inside of the box. But you may want to, you know, put a little dab of glue on there if you're not going to put the ribbon around. Okay, so there is, oops, my top and my bottom. And another thing I do for these, and sometimes it's better to do it before, and then sometimes it's better to have that single layer if you want to punch. I'll show you on another box. Here's another box, and I punched out a spot where you can put your thumb and, you know, pull the top from the bottom. That's how those go together. And then just to put the ribbon on, so for this, what I used is I just used glossy accents, and I cut a nice edge on there. Decide what's the top. This. I just start a little bit here, little tail, and then a little bit all along that edge. Oh, that actually looks like even too much. Okay. Hold that down. And I like the glossy accents because it dries and you don't see it, but it's tacky enough that it will hold that ribbon there. But it also gives you a little bit of time to reposition it. And so then I just continue going around putting a little bit of that on there. And so now the next thing I'll do is I'll figure out where that wants to end, and I'll cut that off, wasn't it? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my letters on my Cricut. I think I'm going to use Country Life letters. I like those. And get these decorated, and I'll cut out some other larger baby items. I have a couple of different strollers, and I'm going to put those up on sticks, you know, for like a centerpiece. And then it'll be easy to go surprise when we're at the restaurant and then put this thing all out on the table. So there you go. There's a little box made with the Martha Stewart scoreboard. I will be decorating these and showing you what I end up with. So thanks for watching and have a great day.